Much of what we choose as entertainment puts people in life-threatening situations. None more so than air shows. These are spectacular displays of man and machine where the pilots push themselves and their planes right to the limit, and sometimes beyond.
At a local air show, planes fly in synchronized formation, a stunt they had performed dozens, perhaps hundreds of times. Suddenly, disaster strikes. Clearly, the collision of the two aircraft is not part of the show. The two planes plummet to the ground, where they explode in a fiery, twisted mess. Two planes performing an upside-down crossover maneuver had just accidentally grazed each other when our amateur cameraman spotted this aircraft plummeting toward Earth. The pilot was able to eject, and while the plane was destroyed, he was only slightly injured. This transport plane was demonstrating short takeoffs and landings, and as they attempted to land at a particular angle, a huge gust of wind thrust the plane downward, smashing it into the runway. The three pilots escaped without serious injury. Spectators at the air show saw what was certainly one of the most costly mid-air collisions in air show history. Their pilots were trained to take these remarkable aircraft through a dizzying series of frightening maneuvers. That day, there was a little more cloud cover than had been expected. As one does a loop through a high cloud, the pilot slightly misjudged his overtaking pass on the forward jet. Suddenly, to the horror of witnesses, the rear plane seared his wing, literally slicing the other in two. A close look at the accident shows the wing killed the pilot. While the crowd was still buzzing over the incredible disaster, their planes burned to a crisp. A pilot is flying a World War II vintage plane when it...
Right up there! You're going down. Get out!
Wisely, the pilot climbs an altitude before ejecting.
Get out, buddy.
Although he breaks an arm and a leg, his quick thinking saves his life. A pilot is demonstrating the climbing ability of his twin engine when something goes wrong. The engine of his state-of-the-art jet abruptly shuts off, and the plane starts to die. At an altitude of only 100 feet, he ejects. He suffers only minor injuries. Later, it was determined that the cause of the accident was a bird being sucked into the right engine. Since man first achieved flight, there have been pilots who have tested their wings at air shows with incredible displays of skill and power. Unfortunately, sometimes those amazing shows end in spectacular disaster.